So hey, Randy E. Bishop here, and working on songwriting process today, and I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm actually going to ignore y'all. I hope that's okay. I've chosen a song that I had on my phone. I'm going to start working out some parts and stuff, and I'm just not going to turn and address this thing the whole time and chat with you. I'm just going to work on kind of figuring out what I was singing, write the words down. I'll work on the chords and try to figure out what I was doing when I sat and went through this song. So anyway, thank you for joining me. Do me a favor, if you like what you're seeing, just go down there and hit like. Be even better, actually, if you went down and hit share. That would be really cool. If you happen to go to my website, www.randyebishop.com, clear at the bottom, there's actually a donate button. If you feel like you'd like to give me a tip, appreciate the work I'm sharing, I would really appreciate the tip that you give. But thank you so much for joining me. I'm just going to go at it, and I'll turn once in a while just to make sure that the screen's working. But I'm just going to go to town. So enjoy it, and make sure to share it with your friends. I guess Carrie's on already. That's my wife, and she usually starts a watch party. So
you better not be ignoring me.
If you're joining, I won't ignore her. How can you ignore her? For those of you who know Carrie, you know you can't ignore her. And did I say that? Anyway, yeah. So I'm actually going to tune my guitar to make sure I'm good, because that's one thing I didn't get to do. And then I'm going to start working on this song and let you just be here with me, okay? Sounds like I did this on my nylon. Okay, I need to figure that out. What do I play there? Okay, there. What is it that I do there? That's just a weird change. It's pretty cool when I make a change that I can't even figure out. Oh, I think I get it. Okay, so I go from 7, A minor to the F sharp major 7. Okay, so then I end on the up. Okay, so roses are red, violets are blue. There we go. Roses are red and violets are blue. I had to write a song like this, you know?
So what's on the computer screen? Because it shows as white.
Oh,
Tell us about that.
Well, I'm actually typing the lyrics. So, you know, I can probably darken up my screen and you can start to see maybe what I'm doing.
There's a delay, so not
okay, no. It's okay. Should I change this perspective?
Oh no, it's fine. I was just
okay.
I had no idea what was on
Yeah, no. On the screen, if we were closer, you might be able to see it more. I darkened it up so you could read it. I mean, at least see that I'm
okay. I can
typing.
see it now because there's a delay in the video.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Right now, really, it's I got two different things. Anyway, yeah, I'm typing the lyrics. So this is an open lyric sheet. As I discussed a couple weeks ago, what I do is usually record into my phone, and then if I've come up with an idea that I'm listening to and I go, hey, I like that idea, then I listen back, and one of the first things I got to do is type in any lyrics that I wrote and then figure out the song. In this particular case, there were a few changes that were not common for me, so that's kind of what I'm working on. So roses are red, violets are blue, and everybody has to write a song with that. So I figured it was time. I love this little redhead, and she makes me want to do stupid, silly things like write songs about roses are red and violets are blue.
Okay.
So. Oh. So, and I think I was really creative on the recording. I just sing the same thing twice. Yeah, I really wrote the same thing twice, but there should... But I'll have to rewrite a second, write a new second verse. Then I write a bridge. Oh, then I do nonsense words. Okay, so I have no words at all for those two lines, but I had a melody. But I had a melody, and I'm pretty sure that I just. Oh. I once was alone till I found you. What do I say there? That's not what I'm thinking. you save me. Baby, you're the one. So I changed it. Okay, so in this particular round, kind of what I did is I didn't worry too much. I guess I had an idea. Hi, Mark. And I guess I had an idea when I was singing and playing into the phone. I actually did this in March of last year, so this is almost a year-old file. So I must have had the idea, you know, and this is what happens when you just throw things down. As long as I have it all right, I think it should go like this. So my idea was, you know, the whole Roses Are Red, pretty simple little love song idea. And I didn't worry at the time about creating new or different lyrics. I was really trying to get the idea down so I could put it on the phone, so in its voice memo. So if you're just joining us, say thank you very much for joining us. Randy E. Bishop here, just doing some songwriting, getting some things down. And hit like if you like this, and hit share so that all your peeps can join with us. And if you really would like to give me a tip because you think what I do is really cool and you're getting something from it, you can visit www.randyebishop.com, and at the bottom there's a little donate button and you'll be able to put a tip there, anything that you choose. But I just appreciate you being here more than anything. So just getting into the song. I'm not going to address the screen the whole time, but I'm doing a lot of writing, and of course Carrie is my peanut gallery in the background, and she's got a shared watch party, and she joins in once in a while and tells me, you know, ask questions. So, and if y'all can ask questions, you're more than welcome to ask questions through her, and she'll shout at me. So yeah, so I was writing this. I even go do a couple times on the recording because I wasn't really working on words. So this is kind of where the song has started. Roses are red and violets are blue. I once was lost. See, now later I write the right line to that. It should be till I found you right here. See, I once was lost till I found you, and then there was you should come at a different point, I think. Then there was you is once I was alone, then there was you. So I actually later sometimes go, hey, I should do that. Okay, so roses are red, violets are blue. I once was lost till I found you. You're the one, you're the one for me. Baby, you're the one. And roses are red, gotta write a new verse. Violets are blue. Now I once was lost till I found you. You're the one for me. Baby, you're the one. And you are the one that I cling to. I don't have any words there. Roses are red, violets are blue. I was alone, and then there was you. You're the one for me. Baby, you're the one. Nope, that's not what it says. Then there was you. You saved me. That's what it says. Baby, you're the one. Baby, you're the one. For whatever reason, I kind of did a weird resolution and resolved to 5. But I'll have to listen to the chart a little more. But I should write these chords down because, honestly, I think I'm already playing them wrong just for relearning this thing for once. So that's what I will do now. And I actually am trying to recover this. I actually just threw this away rather than trying to open it and get to it here. So, okay, there we go. So I'll listen to this thing, write these chords down along the way.
Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
I'm new to songwriting. What is a chord?
What is a chord?
Yes.
Did somebody actually ask that?
No, I'm asking it.
Well, I'm playing my guitar, of course, and keyboard, doesn't matter. When you're writing a song, ultimately music is made up, and don't let anybody fool you, music is made up of 3 parts. It takes a melody, it takes rhythm, and it takes harmony to have music as we know it. So that's the definition of music, is a melody, a rhythm, and harmony. So harmony is what makes up all the different things. To have just a melody, it's roses are red and violets are blue. That's just the melody, okay? Now that's not necessarily the definition of music, but the melody. So da, 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 I once was lost till I found you. You're the one for me, baby. You're the one. That's a melody, okay. Rhythm is, when you have a certain kind of a beat or a tempo, So da 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 dum. Forget the fact that I put a note to it. Da 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 da. That is a rhythm, and so it takes having notes. Without rhythm, the notes would just fall into different places, and then harmony is really what takes it from just being a melody with a note and rhythm. Harmony adds it so that when you go, you play other notes along with the notes that you're using for your melody. Like if you go to old hymnals in church or something, you'll see like SATB parts, and you'll see these 2 parts up here and 2 parts here, and everything just works right along. And so,
what's SATB?
SATB is soprano, alto, tenor, and bass. It's the whole 4-part harmony thing that you'd see like in church hymnals. And so, what those notes are doing is those notes are all creating a chord. And so what you do is a musician takes those notes and reads those notes, and they say, okay, well, look, the bass note is a G, and there's a B here in the tenor, and then there's a D in the alto part, and the soprano's singing a G, so you've got a G chord, so all of a sudden you'd understand, while that person's singing that melody, I could be playing along a G. So the writer of those songs do that harmonization. So you harmonize melodies so that you get chords. So in this particular song, I am actually writing the song in the key of E, because that's the chord that I was playing. So I'm playing, and for those of you who want to see the guitar, here I'm actually playing. I can't seem to do this because I don't have enough space to do it. How do I do this? I got to get it into. Oh yeah, I'm going. So what I'm doing is playing an E chord, an A9 with an F sharp in the bass, some sort of a B chord with a G sharp in the bass, and then I go up to the C sharp minor and down to this A minor. Normally in the key of E you'd hear like, but I kind of doing something different. I'm still using the bass 3 chords that I like a song would use. You know, most every song can be done in 3 or 4 chords, but I changed it. So I put a just a little bit of a different bass part, and that's just something I played a year ago on this recording that I've forgotten all about. So. So when I say I want to write the chord down, I'm putting along with the lyrics where the chord is so that I'm not forgetting the actual thing that I actually wrote and kind of started liking. So I wrote E with an A over F sharp, E with an A over F sharp. That's what I played. Roses are red and violets are blue. I once was lost, but I found you. You're the one for me. Baby, you're the one. And I think sometimes I actually change the bass part back and forth, but a couple times I hear myself actually play it. So it's one of those things that at the final I can do anything I want with. I mean, it makes sense just to sing those 2 chords over. Roses are red, violets are blue. I once was lost till I found you. You're the one for me. Baby, you're the one. Now that's easy enough, but I think a couple times I actually play it where I move the chord up differently and I move the bass. So it gives it a little more life when you change the bass, change the chord just a little bit. So rather than do it just back and forth, I'm actually going, I think, roses are red, and I move this up, violets are blue, and then back down to there. And I once was lost till I found you. You're the one for me. A minor, I actually go out of the key right there and change that chord. Baby, you're the one. And then to go into the bridge, I add a 7 on that E and push it to you are the one, where I'm in A, and I drop it to an A minor that I cling to. And then I throw that back to the E7, I go back to the A and the drop. Then I throw in an F sharp major. Again, I go out of the key, but what I'm doing is creating a leading tone that'll push us. And I go to that B chord. So then I can go right back to roses are red. And now I've got, some resolution, some changes. So it's actually, I'm kind of like the fact that I did this song and don't even hardly remember doing it. Because I threw in some cool little moments. And what happens when you throw those cool little moments is, say you're in the studio and you got other players. Sometimes it's just me and I'm playing everything. But if I was in the studio, I could see my brother Mark, for instance. He'd probably challenge this whole thing. He really wouldn't want to. And if he's still on here, and he'll probably comment, or he'll comment on Carrie's version where she's at. But he would say, I don't want to just go. I mean, he'd say, I want to play some more stuff, and that's okay. As long as we stay within the chord that we created, he'd have the freedom as a bass player to play something that wasn't just a real straight thing. I'm just creating the basses at that point. Did that answer your question on chords and stuff?
Yeah.
Hi, Shauna. And then, so it's really the matter of you take a melody, you harmonize it, create harmony, and those harmonies are really what outlines what a chord is. So keyboard players are going to play chords when they sit down and play multiple finger things. Guitar players, whenever they're playing more than just a melody line, they're playing chords. But there we go. So I know that I'm going to go back to town. Like I said, you're more than welcome to sit here with me. I'll write a few things here, and I'm going to get back to playing and making sure I did this right. And okay, so I actually have this extra chord here, which is the B over the G sharp that B over the G sharp. Yeah. And so I write these chords in such a way that then I know what I'm, sometimes it's not exactly technically correct, but I know what I did. So, oh, those chords should be here. And that's the pattern that I create. Till I found you. Yeah. And then you're the one. I play a C sharp minor there. One for me. And I resolve it to an A minor. Baby, you're the one. And then I go back to that pattern again. Okay, and then the bridge, I go to A, and then the one, the only one. Yeah, that becomes an A minor. Only one that I cling to. And that goes back to the E, to the A over F sharp, and then back to the E with a 7. And then I don't have lyrics for the other line, but that would be that. And then what I actually do is, like you saw me do, I go back to the da 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 da, the A minor, and then it goes to an F sharp major, not to a minor, and then to a B for a long time, and then it goes out. So I'm going to figure out the very ending, because I kind of liked what I did for the end, but I just can't pull it out of my brain. Okay, so basically at the end, I wrote it, I guess, in such a way that I in my head I was probably hearing just some guitar line. I like it. Okay, so I'll go write that down to make sure I know what I did. So baby, you're the one. It's the opening riff twice. And then I did an A minor and resolved to a B7 of all things. And that was the whole song. So, okay. So if I have this right, if I have it right, of course. Thanks for joining me. Before I keep going, I've been kind of not turning to the screen a lot. I hope you've enjoyed everything. So what I'm doing today is I just grabbed a chart, not a chart, but a voice memo from about a year ago, actually. The date on it says March 27th, 2019. I've totally forgotten about this piece of music. I was listening to it earlier, and I thought, okay, that's the piece I'm going to do today. What I did first is just sat down and kind of played through it and kind of understood what chords I was playing. And then I wrote down what lyrics. And I don't have a lot of lyrics. I basically sang the same few things over. I've got a lot of things that I'll have to write lyrically. And I've just said I'm going to do my thing and let you all watch. Carrie threw in some questions, everything. Shauna's asking about Discord. Shauna, a big discussion comes out of that. So I'm not gonna go there yet. But Discord usually happens when you and your spouse aren't getting along. So okay, that's a marriage joke. But Yeah, maybe you're actually talking about dissonance, if not discord, or you're making it funny. But dissonance is a really cool thing, actually, and I will go ahead and take a moment to say that dissonance creates really, really cool drama. So like when you take a chord and you suspend it and make it not a major chord or something, but you suspend it and move a note up a little bit. Oh, she's really giving it to me now. No, what I mean is we'll go outside my discussion here, but discord or dissonance. I'm gonna assume can I assume that's what you mean? Yeah, create some dissonance. I know that when I go, you are the one, it kind of takes your ear off because you've been in this major key, and then all of a sudden I change to a minor key, and you're just, it's always kind of a pleasant thing, but also maybe not. If you want to hear real dissonance, you start doing things with weird intervals, where like you're playing an E, for instance, and then you play a high E above it. That's an octave. But if you want to hear some real dissonance, you strike half a note higher. So you're not just an octave higher, but you're actually a minor ninth higher, and that's some dissonant stuff right there. And then you can build chords around dissonance, which would really be kind of ugly, but you could do it. Just some strange things. But hey, I'm writing a nice tender little love song, Roses are Reds and Violets are Blues. So we're not gonna play too much dissonance. So hopefully I'll be able to actually now, because I've written the chords, I've written what words actually go. I could probably actually play through the song that I started to write a year ago. And roses are red, violets are blue. I once was lost till I found you. You're the one for me. Baby, you're the one. Said roses are red, violets are blue. I'll write another verse, and I'll write it about you. You're the one for me. Baby, you're the one. You are the one, the only one that I cling to. And I gotta write a verse, but I know the melody goes there. Da 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 dee dee dee. Said roses are red, violets are blue. I once was alone, then there was you. You saved me. Baby, you're the one. Baby, you're the one. So that's the song. I mean, as I actually played it over a year ago. So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll keep working on some lyrics, add some, definitely have to add a second verse that's totally different. I'll probably get away from roses are red and violets are blue on the second verse. The bridge, the idea, the song is, I actually titled it even a year ago, The One For Me, and so I'll probably just work on that. Maybe even play some things where you're the one for me and you make us two. Who knows? Do some really silly little thing there. Silly. That's what love songs are all about. They're just silly.
Because they make you feel
and
silly.
They make you feel good. I mean, if you listen to all the most famous songs, usually there's some love song about it. Hey, there's Mike Berman watching, and he's gonna look back and he's going to listen to me say that some of the most famous songs are love songs, and then he's going to call me to task for that. But I'd argue with him a little bit, just a little bit. So nice to see you, Mike. Listen, thanks everybody for joining me. Mike's here for this last few seconds. Tulips are prettier, but not prettier than me. Than me, Shauna, or are you actually writing my song for me? See, I don't know what she's doing.
Oh, Carla's with us.
Who?
Carla.
Carla Bartley's there?
Yeah.
Well, nice to see you, Carla. So that's kind of what I did. A song from a year ago, a track I didn't even remember that I did. I pulled it up, and that's what I do. I'll keep working on this and probably maybe share a little bit, maybe get into some recording it next week with you. But do me a favor, all right? As I've asked before, thanks, Shauna, for helping me with the lyrics. But as I've asked you before, please hit like, please hit share, and if you really feel like you want to give me a tip because you appreciate me spending the time with you and showing you some things and letting you into that life, you can go to my website, www.randyebishop.com. You can go down to the very bottom, and there's just a little donate button, and if you want to click on that, you can just leave me a tip, anything that you'd like.
And what's happening on Thursday?
I will be back here next week at 4 o'clock, not 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. That's 3 o'clock here in Texas and elsewhere in other parts of the country and the world. So you can join me. I'll also be posting this on Instagram and YouTube and making sure that all the social platforms are aware of it. Now, I also, every Thursday at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, as well as 3 o'clock Texas time, do a live mini concert, Facebook live mini concert. So join me for that. This week I will be doing a special
on location.
do we call it on location broadcast? Is that what we say? A special on location broadcast. So getting out of our norm and doing something from somewhere else. So I'm just telling you, I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be in my studio. I'm not going to be in my house. I'm not going to be in the town I live in.
But the question is, will King Bob be there?
King Bob. I don't know. You know what? Carrie brings up a really great thing. If you haven't noticed, King Bob is in every one of my videos. I think. So, but yes, he will be coming to Austin with us. Oh! I didn't say that. Anyway, thank you for joining me. Thank you for being a part of this process. I hope you enjoy it. Please, as I said, please share, please like, and I'll see you soon. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.